You're locked into Inception Radio Network, Superior, Wisconsin.
From aliens to ghosts, demons to angels, and from shadow people to the outlandish, Heidi, Hollis is the Outlander.
Welcome everybody to my awesome Friday evening. Holy smokes, you're listening to me, Heidi Hollis, the Outlander. Woo, it's been a while. It has been a while. My goodness, when did I last do a show? I have been on a hiatus for a bit. I don't know where I've been. I am pretty sure I was abducted. Not sure, but I'm here now. Oh, I guess I better introduce the show before I carry on, because I'm going to start carrying on, because this is just what I do. For those of you who do not know who I am, you are so lucky. Oh gosh, I hear fire. I don't know. What are those alarms going off? I'm here in Chicago, so if you hear something crazy in the background, that's me ducking or something. This show is about bringing outlandish and interesting topics to the forefront, from aliens to angels, ghosts, demons, holy encounters, shadow people to Bigfoot to the outlandish. I always say if it's weird, we're here, and now you are too, and so you are among friends. Welcome everybody. To know about me, go to my main website, which is HeidiHollis.com, HeidiHollis. And I have to tell you, when it comes to this crazy stuff, I always say I'm someone who has been there, seen that, experienced it, freaked out, found some answers, wrote about it, got over it, and now I'm hoping to help others do the same thing and understand this crazy, crazy world of ours. So I'm doing my best, but you know what? As I was saying, I have been gone for a bit. Like December-ish. I think I threw in one wild show in there, and I just, how can I say this? I've had some crazy, crazy things happen to me that has just kept me out of the loop. Let's just put it that way. I have a crazy, crazy thing that has given me issues and put me on a hiatus for 6 months. And I was like, gosh, I'm just going to take some time to recover. And I have this crazy thing called an os-odontoideum. There, look that one up. It's so rare, it's almost alien. I am not kidding you. My head is not attached. Go figure. God figured it was a good idea, so he tossed me out here and said, let's see how long that thing stays on her shoulders. And it's staying so far. It's just not very tight. But, that has given me some issues. I have been just kind of teetering here and there, and then I was like, I'm taking some time off, and let me tell you, you guys have been overwhelmingly awesome. I got to give a shout out to my peeps, Carl, hey girlfriend, how's it going? She's awesome. Russell, Bug Tussle, is my bud. All you guys that are in the chat room too. Let me see, we got American Road Warrior. Got Durhuff and Analog. You guys, just everybody. Rachel Cordes, I see you, the girlfriend. This is my MJ, who's mixing and scratching, producing the show tonight. And me and Joe go way back. I don't know. But everybody's just been so darn positive, and I've just had so many cool emails from around the world. It's crazy to think that people have been like, where's that Heidi chick at? What is going on? And I'm like, what? I had a guy from Spain. Hello, Spain friend. I can't remember what your name was. It's just like, your show's my favorite ever. Where have you been? I'm like, what? That's just so cool. But, it was also encouraging to come back. It was all the hate mail that Inception Radio got because people thought I was fired. That's hilarious. I think that is awesome. Thank you. Keep it coming. I'm just kidding. No, but I've heard some static, and I've even been asked that too. It's like, really, they let you go? Let me know. I'll blast. I'm like, no, Incision Radio Network has been awesome. They've been like, Heidi, when you coming back? What's going on? What? They've been really positive and very cool. So I just have to thank you guys because it has been a rough time of it, and I think I still have a little ground to cover and getting to be back 100%. But what can you do? Have a screw loose. So I'll just keep it rolling, and we'll just roll with these punches and laugh it up and keep it up. So because this is my first show back in like forever, 6 months, I have a special for you guys. I got to make sure that it's up first because I just don't know about these things. And give me a second. I'm Googling something. I'm Googling me. No, I'm Googling one of my books. Books. Okay, it's not there yet. Well, you know what? This evening, I have a special for you guys because I have never, ever put my book, The Hat Man, on sale. Well, for the next several days through the 22nd, it is going to be on sale. It's supposed to be starting like right now, 8 o'clock, but of course there's some funky thing going on and nothing could just happen the way it's supposed to. So probably during this program, it's going to flash on sale on Amazon. Check it out. The ebook, it should drop down. Okay, I have it for $7.77 usually, the ebook, and it should drop down to $6.66. And then $5.55. So something like that. So yeah, go check it out and get your copy because I have never put that thing on sale, and it is about time. And as a housewarming present for my return from me to you, how's that? Yeah, check it out. And you know what? I would appreciate any and all, even if it's a one-liner book review, slapped up on Amazon as you go forward because it helps people get an idea about how to interpret my crazy writings because I don't write typical. I'm not going to change either. I have had other authors who are just like, I like your new approach. And then I've had some older fuddy-duddy ones that are like, it's just too whimsical for paranormal. Like, well, that's just too bad. It's pretty dark stuff, and sometimes that dark stuff just helps to laugh at because if I didn't have laughter, I think I'd probably be in a corner rocking myself to sleep every night or something. I don't know how people can do this paranormal stuff without that. And what's interesting to me too, I have to say, when it comes to this paranormal stuff, a lot of people, I don't know, I think they like to scare each other. I just really do. Okay, hold on. I got to back it up because I have got to tell you guys first a couple of things about Inception Radio Network. I want you guys to get an app. It's an awesome app. Go and get the app, IRN app. And also, you guys can listen to this program the same way that I do sometimes, and my parents. There's a couple of phone numbers. One of them that is here is 401-283-6700. And tonight, I want to tell you guys, it is all about you, baby. That's all. It's all about you. You and me. We're just going to chew the fat. I'm going to read your emails, and I'm going to take your phone calls. Nothing else. Because we need to reconnect. I think we do. I really do. So, I want you guys to feel free to find MJ on Skype and type in Inception Radio Network and send him questions, comments, whatever. And also feel free to call in at any time through the whole show for the next hour and a half. So 1-888-919-2355. Give me a holla and we'll just chat. Because boy, I have a backlog of emails. Backlog like you wouldn't believe. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just, it's so much to type and reply back an email, so it's just so much easier to just chat on the show. Hold on, I gotta take a swig of some agua here. That's such good stuff. And I'm in the chat room too, and I do my best for you guys. If you want, post me a question, a comment in the chat room. Just put it in big letters so I could tell that it's for me or something, because otherwise I have a difficult time finding it. And I want to tell you guys, I always, well, not always, but for the first 30 minutes of most of my programs, I do take your emails and your calls. Just me and you, just, chatting it up about anything out of the ordinary. I don't care if, you guys have had Bigfoot over for tea. You want to talk about it? Had a bad dream of Bigfoot coming over for coffee instead of tea and was angry that you didn't have coffee. Go ahead. You can write me to dusoutlander@gmail.com. That's D as in David. Outlander@gmail. Okay. All right. So yeah, I will take your emails there, and yeah. So let's just begin. Let's begin. I was talking about something just before I was carrying on about Inception Radio Network and their app and their phone numbers and all that stuff, and I can't remember. So we're just gonna still keep it rolling because that's just fun to do that. You know what? I wanted to tell you guys something because this is Carol's laughing at my D as in David Lander Gmail. Okay. So anyways, I love cartoons. I'm a cartoonist as well. Perhaps that's why I'm animated or something. I don't know. But so yeah, I love cartoons, and God help me, Family Guy is one of my faves. I know it can go a little bit too far, and I don't dig that they keep digging at Jesus, but look at South Park and everybody else on the planet making fun of my Jesus. So what can you, I don't know. But I was watching a couple of weeks ago the premiere on Fox of a new cartoon that just had my jaw hit the floor. I mean, okay, I could dig paranormal shows. I can laugh with most things, but what? Golan the Insatiable? Really? What? What is going on? Did you guys ever see? Oh, it's like only 2 or 3 episodes in. The first episode, I'm like, there's a child giving her soul over to a demon who comes to live with her, and they go around trying to essentially sacrifice people's souls to this demon. And this is a cartoon on Fox right before Family Guy, I believe. Really bad. Okay, something just fell. It wasn't me though, so that's all good. So anyways, I had to share that because that one just had my belly turning, going, no, that's wrong. So what was I going to do? I was going to check out something here. All right. So, again, you guys check out the Hat Man. That should be coming on sale here in a minute. I have got to look while I'm doing the show to make sure it pops up because I cannot believe that is not at the reduced price, but it's on sale. Enjoy. Okay. My favorite thing and my favorite time is the Outlandish Corner. I need a special effects thing. I need something that does that. The Outlandish Corner. This is where I'm digging into your emails, people. And again, I welcome you to call, make a comment, post it here, whatever you wish to do. So, 1-888-919-2355. All right, I'm going to get to the first email. And I have not read through these prior, so if I'm tripping over some of these words, it's because it was written that way, and I can't always make do as I'm going. Okay. This says, Dear Heidi, that's me. I don't know how, and I can't explain how this is, but I hear voices in my head. I've seen the angels of light, the ones who basically glow. I've heard Raphael's voice telling me that I was to be the angel of the light, specifically that God wants me to be the light. I also heard the sins of the Father shall be paid for by the Son. I've seen the shadow people before. I know them. And the mother watches me as the father watches my girlfriend. This is why I knew I was to contact you. The light angels know I want to be like Jesus. I'm not under a spell, but I know that you're going to show me something to change the world. That I am? Really? I've had dreams that I have the powers of the Antichrist, but I am going to use them for good because God gave me a chance to repent. To repent is to change one's mind. I hope you can tell me all you know about my dad so I can understand what is going on. I might as well be, Asmodeus as recently. I don't know what Asmodeus means. It's capitalized. I might as well be Asmodeus as recently. I've broken my right leg. If you look it up, he has a chicken leg or leg of a rooster that he limps on. Okay, so Asmodeus is some kind of a creature. As you can imagine, I limp too during the winter solace. My true nature arrived, and I can now read the minds of others. I'm here in this body, but I know of my true nature. I'm here in Leland's body. The EL in my name is proof of contact, and as one of the generals and princesses of hell, and prince... Just give me a second. Wow. As one of the generals and princes of hell, I demand you tell me what you know. Leland. Maybe I should start reading these before I go on air, but it's just, I gotta wipe the tears from my eyes. That is funny. Oh boy. Oh gosh. Okay. I should have known better when I read the subject line of this email said, "My father, the Hat Man." Oh boy. Do I give any advice to this one? Let's see raising of hands here. Somebody has put into the chat room, King of Demons. Is that what this Asmodee whatever? It does start off AS, so that sounds about accurate. Should put another S after that. Hatman is your daddy. I just, I feel sorry for you. That's really horrific. It's interesting to me. Over the years, I get people that say, Heidi, how on earth can you keep talking about this demonic stuff and still remain alive, your soul intact, and all that good stuff? It's called God, Jesus. And, it's really interesting to me how, sometimes I get these weird little challenges from oddballs, demonically possessed oddballs, whatever it is. But, baby, God is pretty strong. And how can you say Obi-Wan, the source, runs deep within me? I'm just going to put that out there. So I feel sorry for you. I really do. And it's like I don't understand. You have this conflict even. This is just a little paragraph. You have this conflict going back and forth. God wants you to be the light, but you're going to have the power of the Antichrist. But you're going to use it for good. But then you are a general and prince of hell, so you're demanding me something. I don't even know what to say to you. I mean, that is just, it's really conflicting. And I feel bad for you because I think you're meaning well, but the eagle thing pops out. Here, I'm correcting your spelling as I'm talking because it's hilarious. I just had to. It's just me. But I mean, I don't know how to tell you, but I wouldn't claim a title. There you go. I would not claim a title. I wouldn't fall into I am so and so and I could do such and such and because my dreams have shown me so. I understand what it means to have an how can I say, an inner knowing of who you are and what you're meant to be doing. I understand what that feels like and that drive. And when you have things revealed to you in dreams that feel so real, it's hard to doubt that they actually took place. But dude, that is a dude's name, right, Leland? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I would say pray big time that you get a little bit more clarity about this, because I just would not own that Asmodeus thing. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't own it, because if you're supposed to use something for good, go good all the way. Don't take a name on. Don't say you're a prince of hell, for crying out loud, and don't call Hat Man your daddy, because that is one horrible man that I would not want to have any kind of relation with. No. He hates my guts. So if he's your dad, he's really ticked that you wrote me. He's probably going to limit your internet time now. Put a little parental, what do you call, security up. Oh boy, he might get the belt out after you when he finds this out. He hates my guts. So, yeah, I really wouldn't think about. I don't mean to laugh at your situation. I have to say that too. I don't. I laugh at most things. Okay, I laugh at my broken neck, but it's just, you have to laugh at these things, because I mean, it sounds like this is a big burden to you. It really does. It sounds like you're really like overwhelmed with whatever it is that's coming your way, and it's conflicting. You know, I have to tell you something, because I have seen horribly dark things that have threatened to rip my throat out, and I didn't laugh then. It was pretty horrible, but I laughed afterwards, because Jesus whooped him. But it was just, I understand the conflict of experiences. That's the thing. The conflict of experiences. You're like, I am seeing this horrific, stinky demon beast. They can stink like to the high heavens, let me tell you. And then you see like a fluffy angel, and you're like, in heaven-like places. Been there, done that. And you're like, okay, so do I have demon blood in me? I honestly never thought that. But it makes you wonder, like, why am I seeing these horrific things? Why am I seeing the positive stuff? You just really, really, really have to dig deep. You know, essentially, mankind is good. We're made in God's image. Good. That's goodness. Roll with the goodness. Don't dwell on that dark stuff, because once you're able to, you know, get a big old Blackhawks hockey stick and slap it to the side. Yes, I'm in Chicago. They just won. I'm not from here, but where I'm from, they don't have a professional hockey team, so I'm going to side with the Blackhawks. So, but yeah, once you slap the darkness to the side, the light gets so much brighter, and you could become a prince of light. How's that? Don't own that prince of hell crap. That is just not, I don't think you want that. But try not to demand things of people of God, please. That's God is really kind of picky about that sort of thing. And I'm nobody special, but really like that God character. And he gave us that freedom of choice. So I'm just sharing because I feel like it. Not because I'm demanded or commanded. Sorry, Leland. But again, if you have any further questions, feel free to write me again, dusoutlander@gmail.com. I hope this was helpful for you, Leland. I really do. It really sounds like a icky, demon, stinky situation. Don't know how else to put that. Okay, so let's go into the next one, because Lord knows I've got a whole bunch of them. Ooh, that's a big one. Okay, I'm going to scroll down. Oh, that's another big one. Okay, gosh, I got some big ones. Nope, don't want that one right now. Hold on, because we got to go to a break, so I'm trying to find a short one. Okay, here we go. Oh, no, hold on, that isn't. Oh, my gosh, they're all monster-sized emails. I love monster-sized emails, except for when I have 4 minutes to the break. But, okay, here, this one's okay. Dear Heidi, that's me. I dreamed that something was pulling me across the bed and scrambled to get off the other side. A black vine-like creature, wrapped itself around me, his arms pinning my arms to my sides. I called for my mom, then called for God. There was a brief light, then the light went away. In the dream, I told myself to wake up. I have to wake up. Shortly thereafter, I wake up and my arms were throbbing. They hurt so bad I almost cried, and I had to take pain meds. I believe it was a demon. Have you ever heard of anything like this before? FYI. Oh. I got some great emails. FYI, thought you were all crazy with all that Hat Man talk. Well, a year or so after the other experience, I saw that guy too. But thankfully, he has gone and all the creepy feelings too. Thank you for any insight you can offer. This has bothered me for over a year. Sincerely, Mary. Mary, you're awesome. You cracked me up. You thought I was all crazy. It sounds like we got a caller coming in here. You know what? I'm going to take that after the break because I want to chat with you for a bit. But I have to finish this. This is so funny, Mary. I want to tell you. Black vine-like creature that wrapped itself around you. It sounds like a shadow person. They can actually do that sort of thing. It's kind of like, what's that, Slender Man looking kind of gangly arms that stretch out and stuff. Yeah, they could do that. They could shapeshift. They can look like any shape, honestly. I've seen them so many different shapes, I think I lost track. But I wanted to just let you know, caller, I'll get to you right after the break because I want to talk to you for a bit. But the interesting thing to me when it comes to your situation, a lot of people believe like they're in a dream, and then it becomes like this reality where they have actual evidence. That is actually, it's a common thing, but it's not like crazy common. But it does happen quite a bit. So it's something that is absolutely unnerving. I feel for you. I can say that I've experienced some odd things kind of like that, but I've never like woke up where, I'm hurting because the freaking thing hurt me so bad or something. It's not come to that, thank God. But I do understand and know you're not alone. So I don't know what to say except that these things sometimes do get into a person's psyche, and before the person realizes that it's an actual physical reality. So go figure. I don't know how that happens, but it does. We're going to get to our first break, and then we got a caller here on the line, so we're going to get to that caller right after the break. You're listening to me, Heidi Hollis, the Outlander on Inception Radio Network, and we will be right back.
You're locked into Inception Radio Network, Superior, Wisconsin.
Hi, this is Heidi Hollis, and I wanted to share with you guys a little bit about myself and my writings because I am a published author. I write on everything from angels to aliens, ghosts, demons, shadow people, I don't know, you name it, I do it. And I would like to invite you to go check out my main website, which is HeidiHollis.com, which shows, oh my goodness, all my books, and I think you guys will dig it. Jesus is No Joke, which is about holy encounters with Jesus, which is actually quite different than what you might expect. And then my book, The Secret War, which is based on shadow people. And I am also a cartoonist, a diary blog of the Fickle Fighters. These are kids' cartoons that I do, and they are exploring absolutely everything that I write about in my regular books. So I invite you, please go check out my website, HeidiHollis.com. Check out my books. I think you'll dig it. It's something different. It's something new. And I write just as I speak. So don't say I didn't warn you.
You didn't forget what's coming up tonight, did you? Hi, Inception Radio Network listeners. This is Amanda. Never miss that interview you were looking forward to or the show on your favorite topic. Follow IRN on Twitter. I_R_N, and get reminders about the evening's live shows as well as fun and important updates throughout the week. That's I_R_N, and never miss a great show again. Hello, Inception Radio Network listeners. This is Amanda. Remember, you can take your Inception Radio shows on the go. Just download the Inception Radio Network app for your iPhone, iPad, or Android smartphones and access live shows, past shows, guest lineups, and much more. Just visit the iTunes Store or the Google Play Marketplace and download it today for free.
Are you a fan of Inception Radio Network? Do you reckon it's the best alternative talk radio station on the planet? Well, if you do, head to facebook.com/Inception Radio Network and like the page. Tell your friends, spread the word, and keep listening to the best.
Hello, everyone. Lorian Fenton here, host of the California MUFON radio show, asking if you'd like special access to exclusive and amazing information about UFOs, the paranormal, and all things unexplained. If you're nodding yes, then join IRN's Insider Club. As an Insider Club member, you'll get an all-access pass to premier Inception Radio Network content for only $4.99 a month. This includes live UFO and paranormal conferences, live streaming UFO skywatches, exclusive IRN radio and TV productions, and of course, paying radio with MJ and Ken Storch. So don't wait any longer. Visit InceptionRadioNetwork.com and click on Member Login to join IRN's Insider Club and get your VIP access today.
Hello, folks. Heidi Hollis is rocking the airwaves every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern right here on IRN. But if you want to learn more about Heidi, check out her amazing website at www.HeidiHollis.com. For IRN, this is MJ.
From aliens to ghosts, demons to angels, and from shadow people to the outlandish, Heidi Hollis is the Outlander.
Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to me, Heidi Hollis, the Outlander. Remembering always, if it's weird, we're here giving you advice and insight on outlandish topics. The phone lines are open, and tonight is all about you guys. So 1-888-919-2355. And I have to tell you guys, like, on my way here, I mean, like, the worst case scenario, Mumford & Sons is, like, performing a few blocks from my place. And the traffic was mental. I had no idea that they were going to be performing. So in between the breaks, I'm scarfing down some Chinese food. Don't mind me. So anyways, we've got a caller on the line. And who is this, I have to say?
I'm pretty sure you guys know. Not gonna lie. But it's Leland.
It's who?
Leland.
Weegland?
The very first email that you read out.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh! Come on, Leland, really? Yeah. Did I follow your commands? Okay.
You know what? And I was looking it over when I seen that, and I was like, that was a little rough right there. That was a little. But you got to get somebody's attention somehow, you know. And being crazy is the easiest way. So.
It was entertaining. Okay, Leland. Okay. I love this. I love that you called. I'm tickled. Okay, please explain to me what the hell is going on, Leland.
I'm going to elaborate. So before we start anything, I'm going to read something to you, okay? It says, shadow people come in all shapes and sizes, literally. Below are the original drawings Heidi Hollis placed online 2001, and you gave names to them. You said that not all of them are still malicious, I would say.
Of the shadow people? Oh, yeah, they are.
All of them are?
Oh, yes. I don't know of a good one. Nope.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna let you know the ones that I've seen in my outer body experience. I've seen the spider. I've seen the one that looks like a cat, and of course, I've seen the Hat Man.
Oh, that's enough. So what?
Yeah.
What's happened that makes you have this conflict in? I mean, Prince of Hell.
Okay, so I should start from the beginning. So
yes.
You know how you can get out of your body, correct? And have like an astral projection?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I've been doing that since I was probably, I want to say like 5 or 6. I've been able to do that. And so, but I didn't know what it was. I always thought, you know, they used to call it like a witch riding you or something like that, like you're paralyzed inside your body.
Uh-huh.
And so I was thinking, like, what the hell is going on? And one day I actually kind of rolled out of my body. And after that, I seen like a black, it looked like an animal with yellow eyes. And it spoke to me in my mind, and it told me to follow it. So I followed him out of my room. And from there on, I seen like a bunch of shadows. Like there was like 3 of them, I think. But the hallway was bright. Like everything in my house was bright. So I was looking, and I was like, oh, this kind of looks kind of crazy, you know, for my first time being outside of my body. Mm-hmm. When I go outside and I actually leave the house, the sky, it looks purple. Like everything looks purple. I'm like, what the hell? This was like, it was beautiful. I'm not going to lie. It was like, I guess Earth's aurora, if I'm saying that right. Earth's aurora is purple.
Aura. Mm-hmm.
As I'm looking in the sky, something cuts across it that's black, and it just turns everything black, except for the stars. You can still see the stars, but everything else was black. I was like, what the hell is going on? And, star flashed to my right. It like flashed and like a spaceship came down. And what I saw was just ridiculous because it was a spider and driving the spaceship. And I was like, that is not even possible. And it shook its whole body and it shed the black hairs off of its body. So like a spider molting, like a tarantula. After that, it told me to get into the ship telepathically, and it brought me onto the ship. And I had my eyes closed for the duration of the ride, and so like just took me in the air or whatever. When I opened my eyes again, I could see the sun, our sun, and I was like, holy shit, that's amazing. And it was huge. And I was on a ship, and like I could tell people were next to me, but I couldn't really see them. Like my head was focused straight, and like I didn't want to close my eyes, but something forced me to close my eyes. And when I opened them again, I saw 2 doctors standing over me, and I was like, what the hell is going on? And after that, my eyes started closing again, and when I opened them again, I was back in my room on my bed, and it told me, I don't know, I started hearing a voice talking about it either said namaste on the 13th day or you must stay. So that's what that was about. And ever since then, probably about, I want to say a good month after that, I started hearing people's thoughts, and I thought I was going crazy. At the same time, I thought it was kind of cool, you know, like, because I understood, I knew what they were thinking at the time for the situation. And after that, I had a full-blown burnout. Like, I started hearing things that were just impossible. And I went through this whole trip out, and it's been probably, I want to say, 2 to 3 years since that's happened. And everything's chilled out. And like I said, I seen like a lot of bright lights. These angels telling me, I'm going to just assume they're angels because they were really bright lights that were white. Some of them talk through soul telepathy, which is like not really words, but they tell you inside you. You know what I mean? Like they're words, but they're not words. I can't describe how that would be, but it's like that. And the Hat Man, that situation, well, I've been seeing him since I was a kid, and I remember he like used to grab me and throw me off my bed and drag me, like with the same astral projections. He used to grab me, throw me off the bed, and drag me along the hallway. And I would know when he was coming by because, like, out of nowhere, I'd start getting scared. I'm like, what the hell am I getting really scared like that for? And then, like, I would see it, the shadow, like, would just grab me. And I remember one time he grabbed my arm, and that was the most heaviest grip I can't even explain. Like, something that would grab you and you could do nothing about it. You know, you couldn't pull your arm away, and you wanted to, you know, and this was in a dream too. This wasn't even in a projection. This was in a dream. He grabbed my arm, and I could feel like everything through that grab. I was just like, oh shit. But
wow,
that's what I deal with. That's why I'm so confident in what I think I know, because a lot of things are starting to make sense. And after that dream, I started having dreams of like the apocalypse and stuff, and like where we're supposed to go and like what we're supposed to do. So that's what I was kind of thinking. And when you wrote that book, it just like clicked in my head. I was just like, oh shit. And I know a lot of things. When I seen that, I was like, she knows what I think I'm supposed to know. And a lot of things click in my head. Like I see Earth, you know, I don't know if you read the Bible, but a lot of people say the Antichrist is going to be somebody who has it all figured out for humanity, which I'm not going to say I do have it all figured out, but for us to be together, you know, this is the human race, not just mankind. It's just even the word placement. Words have a funny way of getting into you in ways you didn't even expect. You know, just the word itself could, like, mankind makes it. I mean, I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to say I'm sexist or anything against my own, because I'm a guy, obviously, but like, you know, mankind, just saying that right now just makes it seem like man was born first, man does everything, you know, and I'm pro for women, you know what I mean? Because if anything, women are stronger than men. Men are weird little crybabies and all that, you know what I mean? Then somebody says stuff to us, and I mean, that's why we have to put on an act to be strong, you know? Women are just, they're going to cry, they're going to let it out right there and blah, 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 like, get over it, you know?
I so agree with you with that. You know, I've got to ask you though. Okay, so I've had many people. I mean, I think I've got emails in the thousands when it comes to this Hat Man guy, and there's been many people who have physically been assaulted by him, and starting when they were a kid. Okay, so now, and he says a whole lot of horrible things to people, like "you're mine, I own you," this, and that. But now, you said that you read the Hat Man book, right?
I haven't read it yet. Just when I've seen it, something clicked in to get into contact with you.
Gotcha. Okay, so one thing that the Hat Man loves to do is he loves to find gifted kids who are able to have insight into things that most people generally don't. And then he likes to take advantage and control their outcome in life, let's put it that way, their future. So he lingers and he watches and he tries to scare them into not being able to take in what they really have the potential, their full potential, to be able to tell other people, look at what I see, look at what I know, look at all this light. And he tries to darken their future. So when you're telling me you have the insight and you have the confidence in what it is that you can interpret from your experiences, that lets me know that the Hat Man saw your potential and he said, I better stop this guy. And this is what he does. This is what he does. He is not your daddy, just so you know. He is not. I don't know why you put that. Why'd you put that as your title? What was that about?
Okay. Okay. To be honest, like, do you know what a walk-in is?
Yep.
A walk-in. I had a walk-in with a shadow. And I am almost 200% positive that is an offspring of whatever he is, because it doesn't control me. I'm not going to say it controls me, but I can see the effect that it has. It's animalistic. It's if you know what the demerge is, you know who that is or what it is?
Demerge? No.
Demerge is like the imperfect. Oh man, there's a lot of science behind it, but
okay.
So, like, let's say Mother Earth had an imperfect kid, and that kid thinks is God. That's what the demerge would be. And for some reason, that's like it doesn't have. It has a purpose, but at the same time, it creates without purpose. So basically, it's purposeless with the purpose of purposelessness. It's an archon or something like that. I don't know what I read. This is coming from what I've read, but it's to put it like, you know what I mean, in most simple terms, it's like Satan, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's just a demon, and it's full of like anger and just everything that's evil, lust, anger, all that. And like, not to say that it like controls what I do, because it definitely doesn't, but I would say because I'm a child of God and that I was warned. That's probably why they told me that I was going to be the light. So when this would happen, it would be reminded of something like that. You know what I mean? Because the light is always going to be pushing out the dark. But it has like the potential. Yeah. So let's do that. It has the potential for evil. It has the potential to just corruption and
I
all
see what
that.
you mean.
And like I can feel the effects of it. Like if say if I wanted to read somebody's mind, I'm gonna hear the evil that comes out of people instead of what's good, and I have to kind of because that's it to me. Reading somebody's mind is kind of like an invasion of their privacy. Now, if you just hear what somebody says, that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit. So I figured, that's not something I should run around and be doing. That's not something I'm okay with. And I told myself, I made a promise to myself, unless somebody's like really trying to hurt me or like they're really like, I feel like something bad's going to happen, I'm not really going to try to do that. But when I hear it, that's a whole different story. And I can elaborate on it and, kind of discuss it with myself in my head. Like, okay, well, maybe I'm getting ready to get hurt or something. I don't know.
One of the things that concerns me about your story, though, too, it's like, these dark things, they love to build up people's ego. I've talked to so many people over the years, and they're just like, I tell them, do you want to end, the alien abductions? Do you want to end, the darkness that's following you? And they're like, no, I feel empowered. I feel special. I feel like it gives me special powers. And it feeds into their ego to their head is so big, I could barely lift their head up to talk to them. I'm like, look, dude, that's wrong. The ego should not be a part of the positivity of your full potential. You've got gifts. And this dark stuff is filling your head with, but I'm giving you these gifts. You had these gifts as a kid, and it saw this, and it tried to infiltrate. And I tell you, if you clear that stuff out of your head and your life, you're going to blow up into a bright light for many people. But he's controlling because he's able to get in. And I'm going to tell you something. You talked about this thing, this darkness that's in you, that's not controlling you, but it's there. I had an experience where it wasn't a dream. It was something had taken me. I felt pinned down. It was alien and it was dark, but it was shadow people related and pinned down. And I heard a calming voice. Don't worry. We're going to do something to help make you better. And I felt this being and kind of saw it like sit in me and like I was a pair of trousers or something and get in and then look through my eyes. And it said, when you want to take control, I'll just move to the side. It's okay that I'm here. And I said, oh
my God, are you right now?
Huh?
Holy shit. Oh God. No, keep going. I have something to tell you. But go ahead.
And it said it wanted to share my view of the world. And it wanted to be there. And I said, no, you are not allowed. Get out, get out. And called in Jesus' name for it to get out. And that thing left. I'm like, isn't that something that this thing wanted me to feel okay with its presence? If I had uttered a little bit of doubt to go, I guess it's okay, would it have stayed? It makes you wonder. So tell me what happened.
Okay, so I was having these dreams and like it was okay. So after like I told you I had that astral whatever kidnap abduction whatever you would call it.
Oh yeah.
I started having dreams in sequence, and I had a dream of like these. I'm gonna call them aliens because they weren't human, but they were like brains and they had eyeballs on them. And as I was throughout the dream, I was like walking in like a restaurant, and I seen like a shadow, and I was beating up the shadow, and then I was like in a rage though. As I was like fighting the shadow, I'm in a rage, and I see the brain people, and one of the brains looked like it had like glass on its head. So I'm pretty sure what it was trying to signal to me it was like a female, but it had jagged pieces of glass on its head, kind of like what you would wear at a wedding, because it had like the little veil over the back of its head.
Okay.
But the male one looked at me and it put a bag over me, or no, at first it told me, it said, all dreams have a purpose. All your dreams are going to have a purpose, to pay attention to my dreams. And I was yelling at it, and I was telling it, well, what is this dream for? And I was like angry. And right before I got up to it, because I knew I was going to probably try to hurt it, he threw me in a bag. And he just closed the bag, and I woke up, and I was like, what the hell? And then, like, I want to say a couple days after that, I had another dream that, like, they had, like, a brain, I want to say a baby brain, and it was turning really slowly and looking at me, and it looked me directly in my eyes, and I know that's, like, one of the grays or whatever. That's the way they kind of make hybrids. They have to look down into you and take the information out of your eyes. So I seen that, and, like, it put the brain in my face, and it put like a metal casing over it so that it was always attached to my head. And I was like, man, that's a little crazy. But I don't know if you know what the Zeta Reticuli are, or Anunnaki, or any of that. But I've seen those people in my dreams too. Those people are like, they like talk to me like, this guy, he really looked like Jesus. If I had to put an image on what Jesus was like, I'm pretty sure I just saw Jesus, because he had hair like wool, but it was blonde. It was really, really blonde, and his skin was white. And he was pushing away like it looked like a lizard alien. He was pushing them away. He was standing on top of the earth, and he was pushing them away. And he was just staring. He gave me a look of like seriousness, like he wanted me to know that he was serious in the way he was looking at me. And I was just like, what the hell are you looking at me like that for? And like, it didn't scare me, it didn't put fear into me, but it let me know how strong he was without, putting that fear into you.
Well, they love to play mind games. I mean, that's their power. They can pull you in. It's very much like the Hollow Suite on Star Trek. I'm a Trekkie, I have to say. So it's an environment that seems so real, like you are in it, and it's hard to believe it didn't happen. But it goes into your memory like a real life experience. Like you learn stuff from it. You felt, And I know exactly what you're speaking of. And it's. The thing is, though, they manipulate so much and your interpretations to so much. I always tell people, trust your gut instinct, because God gave it to you for a reason. Go with it. Hold on to it. If something isn't acting right, like, there's so many different aliens, and they could all make themselves look like certain things or whatever. Be able to close your eyes and be able to feel out what's in front of you, instead of going with, a title or what you expect to see on Anunnaki, Zeta Reticuli. I just, I don't like to put definitions on things, because there's so many things in this universe that exist without a name that we put on it. It's there. I don't know. Yeah. It's a blue blob. If I call it super duper blue blob, ooh, what does that mean to somebody else? Doesn't mean crap. They see a blue blob, and that's what it is. It's like, just go with your own interpretation. Don't go with whether other people call something. I think God gave us equally the understanding of discernment to see and know things. But then there are those that are gifted to an extent that can see clearer than the next person. I think that's you. I think that's a lot of people out there too. And I think that the darkness goes, oh my gosh, that guy can see us. We have got to crowd and cloud his vision and put so much in his head that when he's trying to figure this out, he makes no sense to the next person. So you've got to be able to find a way to interpret and to help the person next to you to go, this is all cool. Don't freak out, because when the time comes, this is how I really believe. A lot of people who can see things as well as you do. I think when the time comes, there's going to be a lot of panic, and there's going to be a lot of people who can't handle what they see. And then there's going to be somebody like you who's seen so much crap. They're going to be like, everybody keep calm. I know these guys. And I know if I punch them in between the eyes right here and I pull this brain matter out, they'll stop, or whatever. And you're going to be the person that they're going to have to look to help understand this stuff. So I say that, have faith and confidence in that. God gave you some gifts, and it's like if you were given a present and you didn't use it, I mean, how ungrateful would you be? Use it to the positive. That Hat Man dude is evil as evil can be. He hates my guts. I'm so happy he does. And it's like, keep the distance from him. He's horrible. I can't stand him. And feelings are mutual with him. And I'm just like, I hear people like you that are being inundated from a little kid. I'm like, boy, you must be one heck of a prize that he's fighting that dang hard to get his knuckles around your future. I mean, wow.
It's funny because I say that to myself too. Like, because it's like a mental battle or whatnot. So like all the time you think about it and you're just like, man, you know what? You must really, and when I say like voices, I mean the ones that talk back for out of ridiculous, you know what I mean? That like it shouldn't talk back like the way they do, like almost in a complete sentence that shouldn't be there. But you think about it and they can hear my thoughts, and just like that's why I'm not okay with them being here. I always tell them that, and I'm like, I can't wait till the day I can get you back. And I know I'm not supposed to be like that because that's not how God would want me to be. But I know. But at the same time, I'm just sitting here like, you know what? If there's going to be a day where you get yours, and I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be right there watching when you get it.
That is awesome.
So
You know, I so hope that you keep strong in that, in knowing that, I mean, you are ultimately good. These things have nothing over you. If they could take over, they would have done it already, but they can't. So they sit there like this little bug that's going to sting you here and sting you there. They have as much strength as we give them. Get the freaking fly swatter out and smack that thing out of the air and be done with it. Move on, see the light, and just, work in the light stuff. I was so crapped on by dark crap. I love that word. You'll find that a lot in my books, everybody. The word crap. It's capitalized, I think. No, it isn't. But it's like, it's good to just know when the darkness gets out of the way. I mean, the positive things that have happened to me. I wrote a book on Jesus encounters. I would have never, ever suspected I would see him, but I did. And I have healings that have happened to me that doctors can't explain, though they try. And it's like, I turned my faith around after seeing him. I was so much more into the paranormal, aliens and all that stuff, that I lost sight of, I would have never suspected that he was there all along going, I'll just wait for Heidi to show up. She'll come around. Had I not, I would not have been able to do what I am now and being able to help other people understand some of this crazy crap, because I've even heard from, exercising priests who are like, their organs have been, chewed up and spit out by demons. I mean, there is so much has happened to them. I'm like, gosh, that sucks. Thank God Jesus came by and put this nice web of protection. But I'm not fully immune either, but it's like, I really feel lucky and fortunate and confident in my faith that I can continue to do what I'm doing for just as long as I'm meant to, because there's a whole lot of crap going on out there. It's an epidemic. This freaking idiot Hat Man and his shadow minions are wreaking so much havoc. I'm sick of it. So I really hope you join me with this. Yeah. Leland, we need you. Please be done with their freaking crap.
One more dream I have to share with you.
Okay, we got like a minute and a half, just so you know, before we go to the break.
Okay, perfect. So I had a dream about a blue diamond that was in the sky, and it was like coming out of a light, and like there's hieroglyphs, and I seen like all the zodiac signs, and it was going around it, and it told me, it said, do you want to destroy the world or do you want to save it? And I was like, save it. Of course, like I didn't even have to think about that. The beam shot me in my face, and it made like the whole left side of my body go numb. And I put my hand up like, oh shit, like what is that? You know what I mean? Like I let it sit there for a second, but after a while it like felt kind of a little bit uncomfortable. So I stuck my hand out, and my whole hand started going numb. My whole left side started going numb. After that, I started flying around in my room. And this was just in a dream, though. But I was just like, man, that's crazy.
It's interesting, though. I mean, you are able to interpret and see a lot of different things. If you've read any of my books, the Secret War book, I've seen so many aliens I lost track. But Leland, I hate to say it, we got to go. I hope you keep in touch. Feel free to call in or write me again. You're a very interesting person, and I think you're going to really find a whole lot going on in your life very soon, because we sure do need more light workers out there. All right. So thanks for coming on, Leland. This is great. So,
all right, thank you for having me.
Of course. Well, you guys are listening to me, Heidi Hollis, the Outlander on Inception Radio Network, and we'll be right back.
You're locked into Inception Radio Network, Superior, Wisconsin.
Hi, this is Heidi Hollis, and I wanted to share with you guys a little bit about myself and my writings, because I am a published author. I write on everything from angels to aliens, ghosts, demons, shadow people, I don't know, you name it, I do it. And I would I'd like to invite you to go check out my main website, which is HeidiHollis.com, which shows, oh my goodness, all my books, and I think you guys will dig it. Jesus is No Joke, which is about holy encounters with Jesus, which is actually quite different than what you might expect. And then my book, The Secret War, which is based on shadow people. And I am also a cartoonist, diary blog of the Fickle Fighters. These are kids' cartoons that I do, and they are exploring absolutely everything that I write about in my regular books. So I invite you, please go check out my website, HeidiHollis.com. Check out my books. I think you'll dig it. It's something different. It's something new. And I write just as I speak. So don't say I didn't warn you.
You didn't forget what's coming up tonight, did you? Hi, Inception Radio Network listeners. This is Amanda. Never miss that interview you were looking forward to or the show on your favorite topic. Follow IRN on Twitter, I_R_N, and get reminders about the evening's live shows as well as fun and important updates throughout the week. That's I_R_N, and never miss a great show again. Hello, Inception Radio Network listeners. This is Amanda. Remember, you can take your Inception Radio shows on the go. Just download the Inception Radio Network app for your iPhone, iPad, or Android smartphones and access live shows, past shows, guest lineups, and much more. Just visit the iTunes Store or the Google Play Marketplace and download it today for free.
Are you a fan of Inception Radio Network? Do you reckon it's the best alternative talk radio station on the planet? Well, if you do, head to facebook.com/Inception Radio Network and like the page. Tell your friends, spread the word, and keep listening to the best.
Hello, everyone. Lorian Fenton here, host of the California MUFON radio show, asking if you'd like special access to exclusive and amazing information about UFOs, the paranormal, and all things unexplained. If you're nodding yes, then join IRN's Insider Club. As an Insider Club member, you'll get an all-access pass to premier Inception Radio Network content for only $4.99 a month. This includes live UFO and paranormal conferences, live streaming UFO skywatches, exclusive IRN radio and TV productions, and of course, paying radio with MJ and Ken Storch. So don't wait any longer. Visit InceptionRadioNetwork.com and click on Member Login to join IRN's Insider Club and get your VIP access today.
Hello, folks. Heidi Hollis is rocking the airwaves every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern right here on IRN. But if you want to learn more about Heidi, check out her amazing website at www.HeidiHollis.com. For IRN, this is MJ.
From aliens to ghosts, demons to angels, and from shadow people to the outlandish, Heidi Hollis is the Outlander.
Welcome back, everybody. You listen to me, Heidi Hollis, the Outlander. Remembering, always if it's weird, we're here, and we're giving you advice and insight on outlandish topics, and the phone lines are open at 1-888-919-2355. Wow, if you guys didn't catch the beginning of the show, this show tonight is, because this is my first show back in 6 months. Yeah, go figure. The aliens let me go. I wanted to make this night about you guys. Let you guys call in. Let me read your emails and stories and stuff off. And had a real juicy first email. And lo and behold, the fella Leland called in. So I wanted to spend some time talking to him because, wow, he had some pretty interesting stuff going on. And I think everybody else enjoyed it too. So catch the replay or catch the archive because, wow. I just have not met many like him. And, whenever people write me an email, I always send a note to say, by the way, I'm going to talk about your email tonight. If you guys know I'm a goofball, you understand that I'm going to probably laugh during reading the email. I just can't help myself. I can't. I don't know. I drink coffee. I don't do anything else. I'm just like that. But it was just so cool to have, to read an email and be like, huh? I mean, this was the title of his email, My Father the Hat Man. What? Of course I had some fun with that. And then he was really, really cool to explain his story. It was really, really fascinating. I think we're all fascinated right about now, aren't you? I'm fascinated. I'm doing Valley Girl talk. Everything's a question in California. So, yeah. So anyways, I'm going to get to the next email because, man, I got some big, giant, juicy ones. Oh, gosh. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I got some time, so should I do this big old monster one? I'll do this little kind of one. All right, it says, Dear Heidi, that's me. I had a very strange and scary experience. I was looking for answers, so I looked on the internet and came across your page about the Hat Man. Oh my gosh. I thought I would share my experience with you. I went to bed earlier this week. I had a dream that I was sleeping in bed with my husband. While I was asleep, some unseen thing was hurting my arm. Gosh, didn't I just read one like this? Gosh, okay. During my dream, I woke up. I am still physically asleep. I'm dreaming that I'm sleeping. Sorry if this is confusing. And told my husband what happened. The dream continues on for a little as we discuss something for a minute. Then I actually woke up from my dream. The first thing I noticed before I opened my eyes is my right arm hurting. The same pain as in my dream. When I opened my eyes, I looked to the right. There was a man wearing a hat, standing right beside me. I could only see the black outline of him, and he was standing within arm's reach of me. Ugh! Oh, I just got chills. I looked at him for a moment, blinked my eyes, then he was gone. Over the years, I've had a few experiences seeing ghosts, shadow people, whatever they are. But none have ever been so dang close to me. Okay, I put the word dang in there. The scary thing is because of the dream I had, the pain in my arm when I woke up, I'm pretty sure this Hat Man hurt me somehow. I've read a few experiences online, but nothing of him ever hurting someone. Jess. Oh, Jess, you need to listen to the first part of the show because, was it Mary? Yeah, I think it was Mary's email. She was just like, this has bothered me for a year. I woke up from this dream, and this thing had hurt my arms. Did I just read that? I really did, didn't I? I read that. Okay, so, Jess, this does happen. Mary, see? See, Mary? I told you. Told you it happens. I don't know what it is. It's not fully uncommon. It does happen. I always kind of feel bad for people that, okay, I do feel bad for people that have experienced such a thing because, I mean, it's a nightmare. I woke up from nightmares. I'm like, oh my God, that was just so horrible. Ah, it's right there. Really? Really? You can't escape. The nightmare is in your room? What do you do? I think I would become a bedwetter. I think. Yeah. But I've had something like that happen before. My big tormentor was shadow spiders. Big, nasty, hairy, beastie things. Just, I would dream like one was coming, and they'd be there. Yeah, it was pretty horrible. I did not become a bedwetter. I did think about it though. Yeah, but. I don't know. I mean, that is just horrible. I'm sorry that this has happened to you, but it seems like getting into people's psyche is the first level of infestation of the Hat Man. It's like if you could scare somebody without getting them to react physically, like if you could get into them without getting them to swing at you, wouldn't you do it? It's like without risking getting your hat knocked off your head. You could swing at him if you want. It doesn't really help. But who wants to touch him? He's gross. But yeah, you I mean, I think maybe he's a little scared. I think he's a little scared. I think that, he makes things seem like an illusion at first while he's physically doing something. It's like, look over here at my left hand, kids. Look over here. Look over here. My right hand is going where it should not go. And it's holding your arm down. And there we got you. I mean, it seems to be that is what he's doing. He's using distractive reasoning and tactics to get people in a more vulnerable state. So that sucks. Sucks that he was so close to you. Does he have like onion breath? Because I'm sure it smells like hell. I'm sure. He is just a nasty man. Sorry you had to deal with him. Hope he never comes back, Jess. That's horrible. So anyways, let's go to the next email because I have a whole lot. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, here's another one. It says, Dear Heidi, I'm sure you get these a lot. No. But I just found you online after months of searching for answers. I've seen the guy you call the Hat Man. Gosh. I stopped seeing him after I began taking Seroquel. Seroquel? That's not like NyQuil, is it? I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why I started seeing him in the first place. However, I just read your page online, and I think my guy might be a cousin or something to the Hat Man. They have the same last name, Man. Okay, never mind. My Night Stalker guy wears all black. Black trench coat, black wide-brimmed hat, and black shoes. He has these claw-looking nails on his fingers. His skin looks like bloody muscles. Sounds like somebody skinned him. His eyes are pure red. In my dreams, I'm being chased in either a crowded place like New York or in a wooded area. Both places where nobody will help you. I threw that in there. I take it back, New York. I really do. But in the wooded area, there's a cabin. But I never get to it. Oh, that's a bad tease. Every step I take, it's like I'm running backwards or something. He's getting closer, and I'm not moving. I always wake up right before he touches me. Oh, thank God, because he's got cooties, and he is it. What does this mean? Please help me. I'm not joking. No one believes me. Please email me back with some help on who he is. Sarah. Oh, Sarah, I'm so sorry. Who he is? I hate those types of dreams that you're talking about, where you're running, and it's like, oh, I can't reach my ice cream cone. That's usually mine. But I don't know what it is about him and why he chooses some people over others always. I don't know. I think these dreams that a lot of people have, I've been there where it's like I'm experiencing his rottenness, not his rottenness, but just dark rottenness in general. They're all related. They all smell the same, so it doesn't really matter. But I've been there where it's like, can't get away. What do I do? And it's like he's seeing what you got. Like he's trying to see, does this Sarah know that if she went to the left, or if she said in Jesus' name, that I would go? I would leave. I would stop chasing her. I think he's checking your reflexes out, see how your muscles work. Show him you got muscles, girlfriend. Flex and pound. That's all I can say. Don't let him get the upper hand. I've been there where you feel like you said, your dreams are usually in New York or a wooded place. All the places where there aren't many people who really give a dang or will pay much attention to you. There's a lot going on in New York. It's busy. What, somebody's running for their life from a bloody muscled man with a hat? Psh, there's a naked cowboy playing down the street. I don't care. I'm just kidding. But... And in the woods, the woody, dark woods, they're not going to be heard. You're going to scream, and there's a cabin, and I can't get to the cabin. It doesn't matter if you got to the cabin, because he would probably get in anyways. But, again, I think he's just testing you. And that's something that I wanted to say to Leland as well. With some of these dreams, they are tests. And sometimes they're from the good guys, sometimes they're from the bad guys. But yours is all bad. Sorry, Sarah. It's like to get you to feel like... you didn't do the scenario well. So, I mean, this is how mine went. You didn't do well, Heidi. Sorry. You didn't like the gross-looking creature that we threw at you, so you're going to have to relive this again. That is what I've had, believe it or not. I've got a phone ringing here. Let me unplug this thing. There, all done. But it's like, that's what mine has been like. It's like test after test, and it's like, oh, you know, that this is the truth. I had this dream, and it was so real. I call them waking dreams, you know, being taught lessons or whatever. So there was this big nasty thing coming at me, and it went to go pin me, right, up against this wall. And I mean, I was going through abandoned buildings or whatever, and I was like, I am not going to run from this thing. You know, I turned around and I grabbed it by its throat, and I pinned it up against the wall, like, you know, the Wonder Woman that I am. And so I pinned it, and I was just like, you're not taking me down. You know, it's like an inner strength when you know. I mean, I've had these experiences with Jesus and being in the light with God and seeing this heaven-like place, and there's not an ounce of doubt in me about that goodness and the power of Him. Let's put it that way. It's like a brick wall from the temples of heaven are in my chest. You know, like, boom, dude, this is not happening. Pinned him up. I'm like, now what? You know, okay, so I played, I'm scared for a minute, but I'm done. And so I got him by his throat, and I'm pinned up against the wall. And then, he was ugly to begin with, and he smelled. And he started changing, like, ugh, this is ugly. I'm like, oh, that is nasty. No, that's a good one, though. I'm not letting you go, though, buddy. You know, And then he got grosser and grosser, and he kept shape-shifting till I'm like, oh, my hands are touching this. This is nasty. He was oozy. He was squishy. And I was like, I kind of tipped my head to God and like, God, I give up. My hand is touching you. I did the total girl thing and ran like, you win. I'm just done. And so I ran and let him feel like he was something, but I just couldn't do it no more. I was like, no, that got under my nails. You know what I've got to do to get that out from under my nails? So, yeah, I kind of lost that test. And I had to repeat it, and then I had to, like, put up a stronger stomach in the face of that thing again. I'm like, gosh, really? God, I did so good, but you know why I quit, you know. So tests happen. It was so nasty. You have no idea. It was really nasty. It was like from, you know, that old movie, Creatures from the Black Lagoon, but with spongy green skin that was oozing between my fingers, okay? You hold that. You tell me you're going to give up or not. So, yeah. So, anyways, yeah, I understand. So, this, you said that you think this is a cousin of the Hat Man. It is the Hat Man. This is the Hat Man. I don't know what cousin. He does have glowing red eyes oftentimes, and oftentimes he has solid black eyes. He doesn't, I don't know. I mean, sometimes it's like he has shades on, and other times he doesn't. I don't know. No, he doesn't wear shades. But, yeah, so, and you said these claw-like fingernails, that is him. I've had many people tell me about that. And, yeah, I would say put up your dukes in your dream. Treat it like it is something real, because he's testing you out. He's trying to see what makes you tick and, you know, what makes you weaker in the midst of your chase. So don't let him see that weakness. You know, turn around. Put on your spikiest heels or whatever, girlfriend, and just, you know, throw it at him and say, in Jesus' name, this is stopping right about here. I ain't running through New York City in these heels. Oh, okay, so anyways, let me get to the next one. We got 10 minutes left. I got so many. This is so awesome. Okay, this is a little one. It says, Dear Heidi, my name is Nicholas, and when I was about 5 or 6 years old, I was lying in my bed with my little brother, who was sleeping at my feet because a week earlier he fell off of the top bunk. Oh, I hate when that happened. I remember waking up out of a dead sleep and seeing a man sitting at the desk just beyond my bed. He was dark, but the closet light was on, and I could see that he had a top hat and trench coat on with his forearms on his knees. I could not see his face, and at that time I started yelling for my mother, and when she entered the room, the figure disappeared. I told this story about 100 times, and it was until I told my father-in-law that I found out that other people have seen this too. Just wanted to share. Nicholas. Wow, Nicholas. That's horrible. Sorry that you had to see him. He sucks. He's nosy. He watches kids. He's a perv. I don't know. I mean, you have to wonder. I mean, why is it always children? No, I think honestly he was trying to find what your weakness was and what you're special about so he could stomp out your light. That's just the way he is. Sorry. Let's see if I got another small one here. Oh, this one's okay. Okay, I'm going to try to do this as quick as I can. It says, Dear Heidi, I just listened to your interview on this other big network. I would like to send my own Hatman story. I hope I haven't sent it before. Can't remember. If so, I apologize. I get a lot of repeats. See, I tell you people, it's like, this one sounds familiar, but they all sound similar, don't they? It's like always dark. Somebody send me them Jesus stories, please. Angels, aliens. It's okay. I often have out-of-body experiences. Usually I find myself out of my body while asleep in the bed, which are usually uneventful. This happened several years ago. I found myself standing at the foot of my bed while asleep. And of course, totally conscious, just not in my body. I looked out the window near the bed. The bed is on the second floor, facing towards the forest and over the yard. As always, in an out-of-body experience, the physical reality, even at night, is not so dark, always a light glow behind everything. I looked towards the ground from the window and saw a tall, thin man, maybe 6 feet or so, standing facing towards the window. Okay. He had a top hat on, a black tuxedo coat, and pinstripe pants. I can't remember his shoes, but I seem to remember they were white and black. His head was tipped forward. Hold on, where am I? His head was tipped forward with his hat brim covering most of his face. I could only see a white pointed chin. Water break. He began to walk towards me slowly. I wondered who this might be, but felt he definitely wanted something, either of me or to talk to me. I wasn't afraid, just curious. After all, I was on the second floor and he was on the ground. But as he walked, he began to grow taller. I got chills. He began to grow taller, and by the time he was nearing the window, his head was level with the window. I began to get somewhat afraid. No crap. But felt no evil vibration from him. I have had many psychic attacks from entities at night who I consider evil. But the Hat Man did not have that vibration, although it wasn't friendly. I have to say, it was more like a con man who comes into the room and asks you to play cards. A little game of hustle. And you do, knowing that he will cheat and plans to win at any cost. However, I was afraid enough that I snapped back into my body. I immediately looked out the window, but he was gone. When I had this experience, I had never heard of the Hat Man before. Thanks, Chris. Oh, Chris, you know what? Your email is just makes me think. Okay, so here we are. Chris, I was getting chills in listening to reading this email because I don't understand this switching of clothing and what's going on, or if this is the cousin to the Hat Man. That's what I'm thinking. It could be. I don't know. But I would suggest, Chris, check out my book, The Hat Man, because I've had several people write me about that one in particular, and I put those stories in there because he does change up his clothing sometimes in the pinstripe pants and everything. So what is the deal? And when he smiles like the Joker from ear to ear. It's really, really sinister. What is he? What is he doing? I don't know. That guy in particular, the way that one dresses. Oh, the verdict is out a little bit in my head on something in regard to that. So I'm going to keep my thoughts to myself on that. So we will see. what the dealio is up with that. So, anyways, Carol, I want to thank you for trying to call me. They sent me a message, MJ did, to say Carol was on the line, but I guess you couldn't hear me, but the whole world heard you breathing and on your computer, and that's pretty funny. It was all good, though. I appreciate the support. You were awesome. I've had so many cool people that have written me and trying to encourage me to come back on. So I am just absolutely thrilled to be back. And I hope to never drift away for so long, ever again. And we'll see what happens. Let's see what let's see what we could do here. So, anyways, you guys, every Friday I'm gonna be here. Yay, huh? This is going to be cool. So I wanted to tell you guys, remember you could catch me here every Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. You've been listening to me, Heidi Hollis, the Outlander on Inception Radio Network. Remembering always, if it's weird, we're here. Good night, everybody.